I love that you bring up Lord of the Rings as an example, and I'm gonna draw that example out a little bit, or as a demonstration of how like power and reinforcements and pressure all play a role here. And something that I like talking about is more specific to the plot of Lord of the Rings. And sorry if people don't like talking nerd stuff because this is epic stuff. But one of the things that happens in Lord of the Rings is you start out with a fellowship of different individuals who all have a common goal. And they have to break off and do different parts of the journey on their own. So you've got 4 hobbits and an elf and a dwarf and a wizard. You've got and humans and men. And so they all have different aspects of this whole epic battle that they are part of. And the end goal is to destroy the ring by throwing it into a volcano, because that's how you can destroy it, because it's a very powerful ring. And think of it as a metaphor. Don't think of it as destroying jewelry. It's a whole big thing. So you've got different parts of this group that are all putting pressure on the situation in different ways. And as you read the books or as you watch the movies, there are these huge battles that happen at different points. In the second movie, one of the battles is 45 minutes long. And it has a
Yeah.
plot line, and you're and like I'm not someone who really enjoys watching battles and that kind of stuff in movies, but you watch it from beginning to end, and 45 minutes later, like, there's a little dialogue, there's little things that are moving it forward. That's 2 full sitcom episodes back to back just of fighting. That, like, that's how much there is focus on the battles. But one of the things that happens with these epic battles in a war strategy way is that they're drawing the enemy's attention away from these 2 little unassuming hobbits who walk into Mordor, the country where the enemy's country, where this volcano is, and are able to walk literally just on their feet to the place where they are wanting to throw the ring into the volcano. And while they are the people who actually threw the ring into the volcano and won the war, it never would have happened if these crazy battles hadn't happened and hadn't occurred. So on the one hand, you can look at it and say there's people dying in these battles, and it's all for nothing. They weren't the actual thing going on. They were just a distraction. But on the other hand, all of that was necessary, because taken in total and looking at the pressure of everything, things that are distractions are also a part of the ultimate recipe. And I think that some aspect of, and I like that analogy when looking at our situation, because you can say, is calling Congress doing anything? Are filing FOIAs doing anything? Are doing lawsuits doing anything? And individually, you can build the argument that they're not doing anything. You could build the argument that this congressional office isn't going to help you, or all of Congress isn't going to help you. You can build the argument that the SEC is going to always be a fortress that doesn't want its information let out. But all of that stuff are different battles, while different characters involved with this are pushing forward. And we don't know who the actual hobbit is who is going to throw the ring into Mount Doom, into the volcano, and actually get us to the end. My current personal belief right now is that that's the company. That while we are doing all of these other things, the company is that therefore allowed to be making its moves and moving forward and getting to the point where it can then be taking some final actions that get us to the end. And we'll find out whether that's right or wrong. People can debate that. But regardless, at the end, when we get to some sort of final resolution point, there will be some action that is taken by an individual or an entity that is what sort of pushed it across the finish line. But all of the other battles going on and all of the stuff we're doing is part of it all. And I love the Lord of the Rings example, because I think at one point that Aragorn actually says to someone that, like, our job is to just keep on fighting all night long, and is like, and keep the battle going, and like, we're not trying to win this. The orcs are coming and coming and coming, and we might all die here, but our job is to be getting the attention of Sauron, the big bad guy, to get the attention of Sauron away from Frodo, so maybe he can actually walk in and save the world. Maybe he can walk into Mordor, throw the ring of power into the volcano, into Mount Doom, and save us all. And so it's very much individual actions happening with faith in one another, not knowing which thing is going to be getting you to the end. And that type of pressure is exactly what we're doing with all of the different aspects of what's going on here. That was a whole lot of nerding out, but Marduk, I saw you throwing up emojis, so hopefully I wasn't babbling too much.
I'm just I'm just in awe. That was so beautifully said, and I I wow. I'm